Hey, Healing family. Welcome to HealinMi, where I am me the messenger, where we are healing me. This is going to be an energy check-in. Every day I do energy check-in messages. Sometimes it'll resonate for you, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll feel like it doesn't resonate because it's a prediction of what's going to happen, because I know sometimes I'll be like, oh, this is not my story. And then it'll show up and I'll be like, oh, it was my story. It was okay. Thank you, Spirit. And so recognize it either way. You know, everybody's going to be different. But if it is your story, claim it. If it's not your story, leave it for who it is. If you know it can help somebody, send it to them. Please join us on the HealinMi channel. The link is in the HealinMi bio, even though I also post everything on my miocravonne channel, because I am also a singer and an artist. And so I post everything on both pages, HealinMi and miocravonne. Check out my music if you want to support me in that way. The link to the HealinMi YouTube channel is in the HealinMi bio. So please join us over there, like, share, and subscribe. All right, so I've already shuffled all the decks, so let's see what we're going to get from each card. I'm going to do it a little different to save on time. This one wanted to come out, so that's the one we'll take. Spirit, what messages? Ooh, okay. We're going to take them. Serve our highest good, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. I'm sorry. And so I was taking care of something. So let's see what the messages will be for today. I'm sorry, I had to take care of something, y'all. Okay. Let's see what the messages are going to be for today. I saw the order that things came in, so I like to do things in order. All right. So what we got out today is your commitment is being tested, right? And this is first quarter moon, so this was half moon energy. So for some, this may have already happened, right? Because we just moved out of, we're almost to the full moon, which will be Saturday, and we just came out of the half moon, right? So for some, this message is going to be resonating for what you've already been feeling or experiencing, and for others, when it reaches the half moon or quarter moon cycle, going to the new moon next time, because it's always a full moon cycle, and 2 weeks later it's a new moon, and it just the energy is either going to benefit you now. The message will either benefit you now or benefit you then. Okay, that's what I've learned, is try to start teaching to pay attention to when the sky looks like this. And that's when you'll notice that the energy sometimes is more relevant at that time, okay? So it's asking us your commitment is being tested. So, that means that our faith is being tested. That means that, we may get a little discouraged because things are not happening as quickly as we want them to happen, or think that they should have happened. I have to remind myself. So this is definitely speaking to me. Just know that it's just a test, right? So how do you want to pass the test, right? Do you want to walk in your faith, or do you want to walk in your fear? Okay, that's the question, okay? Change. 35 breaks down to the number 8. 8 is about progress, forward movement, success. It's also 8. The symbol 8 represents the ether, which is Everything starts in the non-physical first. We started in the non-physical before we came in these bodies. Keep that in mind. You are an eternal being, powerful beyond measure, okay? So some changes are happening in our lives that are going to test that are going to test us, right? Our faith, our peace, our happiness, our joy, right? And it's just saying to be mindful of that, right? That these changes are to allow these changes. These changes are what we are needing for our best. If things are falling away from our lives, let them fall away. If that's people, let them go, okay? And I know I have attachment and abandonment issues. So, and I'm a whole Gemini. So being a loyal person, you don't want to disconnect from people sometimes, and that made me stay in relationships that were toxic for me that I should have let go a lot sooner, because I didn't want to abandon someone because I have abandonment issues and I don't want to feel abandoned, right? Attachment issues. I attached too long, and that and I experienced being a people pleaser. I had to overcome those things, So these messages are the type of messages that helped me mentally and energetically, because your thoughts are energy. Your thoughts become your emotions, your beliefs, your actions, and your character. Energy is everything. You change your thoughts, you change your world, okay? So when these changes come in whatever form, right, don't let it, the message is saying don't get caught up in a lower vibration of fear, right? Walk by faith and not by sight, right? Know that things are working out for you even when it doesn't look or feel like things are working out for you. That's especially when things are working out for you, right? When it doesn't look like it. So allow these changes, and these changes will, if you don't catch yourself, these changes will have you in low vibration, have you discouraged, have you depressed, have you lack of confidence, lack of faith, and it can stifle you. It's not going to feel good depending on how you transmute the energy. So when the changes appear, and most likely will be abrupt, like this lightning and quick. So quick changes are coming in. It's asking us to allow those changes to happen. We don't have to understand why those things have to happen the way they do, but they must happen. And they are here to put us in the experience to evolve into a better version of ourselves, a happier version of ourselves. So the divine knows better than we know, okay? Can fix it better than we can, okay? We don't have to understand it, but you do. It is in your best interest to choose to allow it. You don't have to choose to allow. You can choose to resist the change, and you will experience that breeze, right? Okay? The miracle of forgiveness. So for some, we're going to be in a challenge to have to forgive some people, okay? That definitely doesn't always feel good, but remember, forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you, so that you energetically clear up your space to allow your blessings to land, right? Things are always circling at the airport, waiting for the right vibration and time, divine timing for it to track and land, right? So we forgive to let go of the negative energy, we don't have to be right. We can be right, right? A lot of times, because we think we have right on our side, we think it's okay for us not to forgive. No. No, it's not for them. It's for you, okay? So what? You right. They are human. They disappointed you in some way. They didn't cut the mustard. They dropped the ball. Guess what? They're entitled to be imperfect. They're entitled to have had a bad day. They're entitled for y'all to have not gotten along or agreed on everything. It is not their job to make you happy. It is not their job to always agree with you. It's not their job to support you. It's not their job. Anything outside of you, it's not their fault. So don't play victim and woe is me, because that's your issue, not theirs, right? Forgiveness is your issue, not theirs. They can hold on to a grudge. Let them. It's a whole lot of stupid people that choose to be hold on to the negative energy and put it in a pocket and hold a grudge instead of mending, instead of walking in love, instead of forgiveness. And that is a reflection of them. What do you want to be a reflection of you? This is the energy you want to be a reflection of you, because this will allow it easier to soothe that ego when those changes come through, right? Some abrupt changes are coming through, and it's going to test your faith. It's going to test your peace, your harmony, your balance, okay? Your ego. That's what it's about to test, our ego. And when that test comes from our ego, it's saying, hey, transmute that energy. Allow the change. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Thank you for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. And that's what I just explained. Before I even read the card. This is what we want to stay in, okay? This is what allows, this is the energy of the divine that's looking in us. The divine forgives us for everything that was against who we really are, our beliefs, when we're walking in lack of self-love, self-doubt, poverty, when we are connected to those thoughts and energies, because that's what we were taught, right? That's how we were raised. That's how mama and daddy acted. That's how grandma acted, whatever, to life. So that's what we pick up energetically. And that becomes our childhood wounds, right? And our programming. So it's saying, let those things go and let it be. Be a reflection of love and light. The same love that's shining and looking at you in the mirror every morning, looking at you as a perfect, complete being, right? Align to your divine rights. And your divine right is to walk in love. Your divine right is to not hold a grudge. Your divine right is to not take it personal, not being in the energy of entitled. They should have treated me like this. They should have whatever. Let those people go and attract those that will treat you that way. Let those people go and treat those like you want to be treated and attract that. Let whatever it is go. People, places, things, whatever it is, it's going to abruptly test you, okay? It's for me too. That means that something abruptly is about to test me, right? And this is the energy that I have to catch myself in, right? And it's okay if you don't catch yourself immediately. It's okay. Don't judge yourself, right? As soon as you catch yourself, will yourself back into the alignment of the Most High that's in you, right? Your higher self, right? And be willing to let those things know that the divine is working for you and everything is working out for you, and to be able to let go. Whatever the change is, allow. That's all Spirit is asking. Allow, and we'll see how it's working out for our highest good, okay? Yeah, I don't wear makeup on these. So, oh well, if that's what you're looking for. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Absolutely. I just said trust spirit, trust the divine plan, trust that things are working out for you when it doesn't look and feel like it, because that's the energy that we're about to be challenged with, okay? And that inner voice will be right there when those unexpected changes come to test us, right? And it's just, so for some, you can look at it as the enemy trying to steal your joy. That's how it's going to show up. That's how it's going to feel, okay? And that this spirit, our spirit, the divine, is bigger than the devil, bigger than darkness, bigger than the problem, bigger than the unexpected change, okay? You are bigger than this unexpected change. You are an omnipotent, eternal, powerful beyond measure being, right? And listen to that power inside of you that's going to guide you right past the things that's coming as a weapon to try to test us, okay? Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Okay, so some arguments or some debated or some heated discussions or some overdue conversations or some deep conversations, some emotional conversations, some healing conversations, things resolutions to arguments, fights, misunderstandings, and that can be in anything: work, business, personal, family, yourself. You know, it's saying be honest, be effective communicator, honor what your truth, what you need, speak up for yourself in those situations, be respectful, but definitely don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Also, be willing to see things with an open mind and maybe from all perspectives. Because remember, the best resolution, the resolution that the divine is always looking for in these type of situations is what serves you and anyone that's involved highest good, okay? So even if there's going to be an uncomfortable situation or an uncomfortable conversations, it doesn't mean it has to be disrespectful or irate. It does mean that we can have different points of views and disagree respectfully. Even if at the end of that conversation, we are agreeing to disagree and walk away because we don't want that type of energy around. We've outgrown each other. We're going in two different directions. This is the more peaceful resolution. Hi, baby. Things of that nature, okay? Whatever it is, if it's for the highest good to let it go, then let it go. Whatever the change is for the highest good, allow it to happen. Communicate, be honest. Don't allow your ego to get in the way to shut down your communication, nor to be too boastful in your communication or to be selfish and not be able to be have a dialogue back and forth, right? Okay? So it's not about being one-sided, right? It's not about that at all. No one is more valuable than the other person that's involved in these situations, okay? Angel of Finances, honor and give thanks for the blessings you are about to receive. Absolutely. So this is going to test us. Something is going to test us before a blessing of financial abundance comes in, okay? That's what the message is. Something's going to test your ego. It's going to bring about some type of change as well. Abrupt change. But it's necessary in order to bring in the finances, the financial blessing that is here for you. Okay? So be aware of that. Okay? All right. Well, that's what I have for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, light, love. Bye.